So I think I've finally found the perfect budget reel to pair with this rod. Let's check it out.
Alright, so here is the Seasir VX. We'll take a quick look at it and then we'll hit the water. It weighs 133 grams. It has 6+1 stainless steel ball bearings. It's a 7.6:1 gear ratio. It's got 4 kgs of drag with 1 carbon washer. Holds 160 meters of 1.0 PE line or 120 meters of 1.5. It's got a nylon body, aluminium spool that weighs 5.2 grams. And yeah, we'll have a look at it. All right, here is the box. Pretty sweet looking box, holographic on the top there. Nice Seasir logo there. We've got the right-handed version, of course. Light strong, Zero VX. Cool marketing. There's the gear ratio. And enjoy fishing. Oh, that's there. All right, let's pop it open. Boom, boom. Get the reel out. What do we got here? We've got a nice, get rid of the box. Got a nice diagram. Okay, it's not just an explosion diagram, but it's a, you know, it's a proper little guide. It's got quite a few pages. And yeah, there we go. There's the guide. Get rid of that. Let's see what you've all been waiting for. The good stuff, the reel. Here it is. Pretty sweet looking reel, I must say. Definitely love that purple. It actually is going to go pretty good with a Surinoi elf aging, I think, and you know, obviously a Seasir rod as well, but the colorway is perfect for the elf aging. And I think with this deep spool, maybe that 3 to 12 gram one that I have would be just perfect for this reel. All right, let's take a look at it. Let's look at some of the tolerances. Now these knobs are, you know, your standard TPE knobs, but they're purple. They look pretty cool. Got the little Seasir logo on there. Have a look to see what it's like. That one is pretty good. We'll get it a bit closer to the camera. Tiny bit of movement there. Maybe you could put a shim in there. Maybe that shim would kill it. I don't know. This one definitely could do with a shim or two. But yeah, all in all, pretty good. And we'll take a look at the in and out play here. It's virtually nothing. I mean, you can feel it, but you can hardly see it move. So that is definitely good. Take a listen to the drag clicker. Pretty nice audible sound there. Dragstar, we'll test that because, you know, some reels I've tested in the past, Dragstar hasn't had much movement in it, the High Star Aurora Air especially. But yeah, that's on as low as it can go. And let's see, you know, it's easy to move, no issues. It's tightening up there, tight, nice and tight. No issues with the Dragstar there. And that obviously clicks, as you can hear. Got a cool little logo and some purple accents on the spool tension knob. Give that a little bit of a click. Not too loud, but it's got, you know, lots of clicks for fine adjustment. We'll back that off just so we've got some play on the spool there. Here is the brakes. They are on 1. As you can see right there, there's a little number 1, and it is quite easy to flick across. And it goes up to 9 there. So we'll free spool it on 9 just to see how strong the brakes are. Might be hard to see, but I'll let you know how it spins. Give it a rip. Pretty much immediately stops. Put it all the way down to 0. Free spool again. Stop. Stop. Okay, so the brakes are on the strong side for sure. All right, well, now that we've got that under the way, we'll just have a quick 360-degree tour of the reel. Seasir, enjoy fishing. Doesn't seem to be any kind of blemishes or anything. Looks quite nice. Got a little conical line guide there. 7.6:1 gear ratio. 6+1 ball bearings. Have a look here. And have a look to see if there's any play in this button here. Absolutely no play at all. We'll pop off the side plate. That just clicks down. And is it a twist or is it a push out? It's a push out. There we go. There's our brakes. We'll take a quick look at them. So we've got them on the lower settings so you can see there. So some reels I've adjusted them, and the second half of the adjustment virtually does nothing. So we want it to move as it goes all the way up. So it's still moving, still going up, and there it is. And it goes all the way down. So that is good. If you think the brakes are a bit strong on this, I would just, you know, pop maybe 2 of these out with a with some sort of pick. Maybe if you wanted to change the bearing to a hybrid ceramic bearing, you could do that. It looks like the same size bearing as what comes with the Black Knight 2. Can't remember if the Acura was exactly the same, the Micro Monster, but that's that. Take a look at the spool quickly. Short shaft, pretty deep. It's only 14 millimeters depth, so it is quite deep. And that also has a stainless bearing on there with a little bit of grease. So I would like to see this reel with a shallower spool, as most of you guys probably would too. I mean, it's a pretty light spool. I think it was 5.6 grams. Might have been 5.2, but I think it's 5.6 grams. So yeah, definitely a shallow spool, especially with 4 kilos of drag. You know, it's kind of a finesse type of reel, so why would you want to have so much line on there? But we're going to test it anyway. Let's just put it back in here. We'll hit the water and we'll catch some fish.
Don't forget to please drop a comment and a like, and set a hook in that subscribe button. All right, so here is the Seasir Zero VX. Now basically, this is a deeper spooled finesse reel. So the spool is very light still, but it's a little bit deeper than your normal BFS spool, but still has, you know, 4 kilos of drag, which most typical low profile BFS reels have. Now, a realization I came to when soon after I got the reel, I was thinking to myself, why doesn't it come with a shallow spool? Like, everyone's going to want to have a shallow spooled version. When they're BFS fishing, that's what we're looking for, shallow spools, not putting a lot of line on it, blah, blah, blah. But I had to think about it, and it's a saltwater safe reel. It's got, you know, bushings in the handle, that type of thing. Saltwater, okay. I've actually got an 8'2" elf aging rod here, 3 to 12 grams casting, and I use it for saltwater, and this would actually be the perfect reel for that application. The reason why, longer rod, long casts, you're in saltwater, sometimes you hook something that pulls a little bit of line. You know, it's not necessarily a monster fish. 4 kgs of drag should be quite fine, but they can take 50 meters of line, and by the time you bomb out a cast, they take a bit of line. And if you're fishing in depth, you know, you might need to release a little bit more line to get down to the bottom, whatever. You might have over 100 meters of line out there. So that deeper spool is quite good. The, you know, maybe it is quite deep. I've got 150 meters of PE1 line on here, so that's didn't fill it all the way, but that's fine. You don't need to fill it all the way, but I thought that was the perfect reel for this rod. Now, one other thing I noticed is, after not much use, I would say I fished it maybe for 1 hour before today, and today I've only had 10 casts. The Seasir logos, I can't remember if on the unboxing, because I did the unboxing after the 1 hour fishing session, so can't remember if there was any wear and tear on the handle knobs in that video or not. But yep, as you can see here, handle knobs, you can barely see the Seasir logo on there. A little bit there, you can see that little bit of silver writing on there, and on this opposite one, it's gone. Does it matter? No. I didn't get the reel because I love the look of the Seasir logo on the knobs. I think whether it's there or not, doesn't matter, it doesn't bother me. So I'm quite happy that it's gone. I think it looks quite fine the way it is. You know, all in all, build quality, everything like that, it's you know, what I kind of expect from Seasir. You know, it's a budget brand, yes, but the build quality is pretty good, and the, you know, quality control, there are never really too many issues with Seasir. I mean, you know, some brands you'll get some reels and there'll be 3 different problems that people have, but Seasir seems to be consistent with their quality control. And I can say, you know, with this reel, I haven't found any issues with it at all. In terms of casting weight, I would say it's probably optimal on a rod like this, a 3 to 12 gram casting rod. You could cast 2 grams on it if you probably put, a little bit less line on here, but I don't think it's optimal for casting, under 3 grams really, stock. Maybe if you, put hybrid ceramics in it, put a little bit less line on it, then, maybe you'd be comfortably casting 2 grams. But as it is stock, I wouldn't really say it is a reel that I'd be going out and casting 2 grams with on the regular. Well, anyway, that's it. That is the Seasir Zero VX. And if you like this video, check this video out.